And hey everybody, it's time to blog again on Thursday about lunchtime around here. We've really been having some great services on Wednesday night as well as Sunday morning. God's really been doing some really cool things here at the church, and just kind of repeating over the next few weeks in this blog what we've been talking about on Wednesday night, that we really believe God is ready to help us move our faith forward. Jesus really commends the centurion soldier in the Gospel of Matthew for his great faith, and we've just been kind of looking at some things that we believe God uses to make our faith leap forward. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about God using providential relationships and then private disciplines, and then we added something this week that I thought was just really a cool event. We talked about two miracles that Jesus did with the help of the disciples in Matthew chapter 14 from verse 13 through the end of that chapter, or verse 33 or so. And the first miracle is the feeding of 5,000 people, where Jesus tells them that they should feed them. And they say to the Lord all the reasons why they can't. And Jesus simply says to them, "Bring me what you have." And an incredible multiplication takes place, that out of 5 loaves and 2 fish, 5,000 people are fed, and it's really kind of a really cool, incredible story. And right after that, it leads into Jesus sending them in a boat out onto the Sea of Galilee, where they get stuck about halfway across and then see Jesus walking on the water. And the cool part is that while 11 guys are afraid and miss the point, miss the connection of the faith that they had to exert and grow in the miracle of feeding 5,000, one got it. One made the connection. And there's a verse that really just leaps out here. It's Peter's comment in verse 28, seeing Jesus walking on the water. He says, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." And Jesus says, "Come." So Peter got down out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. You know, the cool part is that Peter realized as long as it's Jesus' idea, then he does the supernatural when we do our little part. And really, that's the key. And I think it really helps us in how to pray, that our prayer needs to be, "Lord, invite me to come out. If you're in this, just invite me to step out." And then all we do is what we know how to do. Peter knew how to swing his legs out of the boat, and he knew how to walk. Those were the two things that he could do. Jesus had to make the walking on the water part possible. The supernatural, incredible part, Jesus had to do. And that's what he's good at, what he loves to do. So today for you, whatever it is in that area of service, and we're talking about serving and exerting our faith muscle through God using us in some way that causes us to step out. Start asking the Lord to invite you out of the boat. And then when he does, just do what you can. Do what you can. If it's cook a meal, if it's write an encouraging letter, if it's sing a song, if it's teach a class, if it's sweep the floors, whatever it is, when God opens the door at your invitation, then you do your part. And then here's the cool part. God will do the supernatural part. God will make support under the water that you can walk across. And just let God use that in your life for you to cause your faith to leap forward. So I just want to encourage you today and be strengthened in that. And it was funny, last night in the service we had, Wednesday night in the service, we had several people that raised their hands, really mostly everybody that was here raised their hands and said, "Yes, I'll pray that prayer." And what's funny is at our prayer time at the end of the service, I invited several people that don't normally pray to lead us in prayer. And one precious lady came up and said, "Pastor, I just can't believe that you asked me to pray." She said, "I just don't pray on a microphone, and I don't do that." She said, "But you know what's funny is I prayed that prayer, God, I want a new opportunity, something I have never done before," just moments earlier in the service. And she prayed that, and of all the people that were here, hundreds that were here, the Lord directed me to ask her to pray. And I just want to, what a great illustration of how God supernaturally just takes the natural and our part when we give him that invitation, and he opens the door for us to step into his realm. And you never know what it is that's accomplished when we obey the Lord. So I want to encourage you to be here over the weekend. We're having great services this weekend. We continue this series called play your position, positioning ourselves for God's power and His move. And we're gonna talk about Believe the Headlines this coming Sunday. And I just hope you're blessed. And we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great, great day. Amen.